My name is Heidi Pickman, and I'm the Vice President of Programs and Policy. I know many of you who are on the phone. Thank you for joining us. We get our members together once a year by region to just kind of get together, chat, and meet each other. If you don't know each other, there's always new staff. And so I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. We're going to talk about lending and meet the lenders. And the reason that is because on one of our Train the Trainers for the California Rebuilding Fund, a couple of our members said, hey, I need to meet some of these lenders that are participating, the ones who are statewide, because they don't really work that much up in my area. So I said, hey, what a great topic. And that's also part of this meeting, is to get you guys networking and meeting each other and understanding what everybody does. And we also invited some of the other lenders on so that you can meet them as well. And because we want to, basically we want to make sure our small businesses have access to everything they possibly can. Just a couple of Zoom tips. Your audio is muted for now, but it's a small group. We do encourage conversation, so feel free to unmute yourself. We just have that for background noise. We should probably get rid of this second bullet. And the second bullet is, everybody by now knows where the mic icon is. I'm guessing it's take your cursor down to the bottom of your screen to the bottom left, and you can mute and unmute yourself, as well as there's a chat box. We're not going to use the chat box that much today because I'd rather hear you speak, but feel free to use it if you want to make some snarky comment or not. And the feature that you might not know of is you can retitle your slides. So you can make the slides little and the speaker and the gallery bigger. If you go up to the top of your bar where it shows the you're viewing Heidi Pickman screen sharing or what have you, the view options, if you slip that down to side by side and click that, you'll get all the galleries on the right and the slides on the left. And then you could take your cursor in between those two images and slide back, click and drag. So click and hold and drag, and you'll be able to make whichever one you want, bigger or smaller. We are recording. I'm not really sure this is going to be something that you'll want to listen to later, but it's more of a networking thing. But we are recording, and we'll send you a link as soon as we can. So just go over the quick agenda. I'm going to talk a little bit, hand it over to Carolina to welcome you, talk a little bit of what's new at Cameo, do introductions. We'll hear from some of the lenders, and then we'll do some networking. So Carolina, you want to, did I?
Sure, that's it. I think you went too fast, but that's okay.
Somehow my slide is X'd out and it's not showing.
That's okay. So I just, hello everybody. I just wanted to give you a nice welcome. As you've heard me say that if you've been in one of those meetings, or if you've been in at Northern California or in any other region of California, I really enjoy having these meetings to connect at the local level and really talk about what are the challenges, what are you living, what are your achievements, because we have to share those, of course, too, at the local level, so we can really work with our colleagues in your region and see what they're working on and how we can partner. For Cameo, obviously, this has been really hard because these regional meetings is our opportunity to really go to your region and get to see you in person. And we're really missing you guys. I mean, we're really missing that in-person interaction. But I'm glad that at least we can see your faces virtually, and we can really have these conversations that's so important to support our businesses and your organizations. So the majority of you, I think I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, a few new ones, which it's really exciting. And actually, one of the silver linings of the virtual programs is that I feel like we are seeing more people from other regions to connect. And that interregional connections is so important to really learn about best practices and just get to know who else is around. So it's really exciting to see the attendance we're having here. Um, we wanted to share a little bit about what's new at Cameo, and I'm pretty sure you know us, and if you're here, you've heard of us already. So if Heidi, if you want to go to the next one. So we wanted to really share, we've been really focused throughout this year in the same priorities that Cameo has been developed throughout the years. We really want to be a convener for all of you. We are aware that we are moving 100 miles per hour, that we are all kind of really moving from one project to the other, trying to serve our businesses. So sometimes what we are trying to do at Cameo is provide that support that you need to really be able to focus on what is important and is all the work that you do with those small businesses that need you so much right now. So we are really providing as much back-end services as we can in terms of really helping you understand new programs, really providing you with convenient spaces for you to share your challenges or to just kind of really share what is happening in your area or what you are hearing from your small businesses. And with that, we wanted to share a few things that we are currently working on. You probably have heard about the California Rebuilding Fund by now. Tomorrow is actually a 2 week in operations, which is great. Obviously, it was a holiday week in the middle, weekend in the middle, but it is really ramping up. And we've been putting together different trainers for all our members to really understand what this product is about, how to really help your clients apply for that. So you probably know there are loans up to $100,000 that are going to be distributed through 12 CDFIs that have been pre-selected. But we are really working hard to make sure that all the businesses are receiving at least some technical assistance, that are being referred to the CDFIs to get some capital. And we are already working, so you know, in what the next round will be. So there is not only what we are learning from the current project, but it's a lot more that we are looking to work in the future in 2021 to build on this. I have shared in a few meetings that we are really trying to refer the clients that have not been matched to some of our TA partners. And I'll just want to reiterate that if you are interested in that, please do reach out to me or to us, anybody here at Cameo, to just let us know about your interest. We are building a list right now of people, of organizations that are interested in receiving these referrals. And I have to tell you, it's taking a little longer because there is a lot of privacy legal issues that we are really working right now to make sure that we are compliant with them. But we will find a solution to make sure that we are able to refer that, and we want to have ready our network of organizations receiving these lists.
Carolina, can I add one thing that I heard?
Sure.
This is a test to all of your work that you've been doing. The New York project was I think out of all the applications, only 50% were matched. In California, it's 83% of the applications. So thank you to all the good work you've been doing on understanding who's a good fit for this product, because it's really showing up on the match. So that doesn't mean that there's plenty of people that need to be matched and need some additional help, but congratulations for that.
Yeah. That's right, and there has been going really smoothly, and I think that is a testament of how much we've worked as a coalition, as a network, and how everybody has just jumped in with the same goal in mind. I was just adding to some of that we've heard, and this is just simple, some FYI about how the majority of them have been, like 65% have been minority or women-owned businesses, and around 80% have been businesses with less than 10 employees. So we are really reaching out to the businesses that we were looking for. And there is a lot more work to do. So we're going to continue working on that in the future. But thank you again for all your efforts on that part. We also continue having our micro lending essentials. That's our undergraduate training program. That has been very, the demand has been super high this year. We've offered 3 programs already, all of them sold out, and we are finalizing the last one of this year in the next few weeks, maybe next couple of weeks. But we are seeing a lot of demand. We do have a waiting list, and so we will be offering it again early next year. So we want to make sure that you have it in your radar. If you have any consultants, any loan officers, any undergraduates that you want to have them go through this program, we are receiving a lot more interest from TA providers also to really help get their consultants into how to be more efficient in the loan packaging, and they use this training to really understand what it is that the lenders need and assess during the underwriting process. So keep it in mind. It's one of those programs that we've been able to put more frequently. And Susan Brown, she's in the call too. She's leading that program. So we're very excited to be able to provide that again early next year. So again, just reach out to us if you're interested. We are working right now in the waiting list for the next one for 2021. The third one is just a reminder. Please, we do have our coronavirus resource page in our website. It is still, we are keeping it updated with all the programs that we are hearing currently. So feel free to reach out. And I do see all our, I think Emily and Heidi just including the information in chat. If you're interested in any of that, feel free to save this bookmark in your browser so you can access these resources at fingertip. And we are tracking by now. This is not something we're doing, but we wanted just to keep and flag for everybody about the new state grant program that Governor Newsom announced earlier this week. We are very happy to hear about it. Obviously, we've been all of us have been talking a lot about the need of providing grants and not only loans to the small businesses. So this is something we are happy to hear. We haven't received yet any details about how it is going to be implemented, but we know it's a $500 million grant program to provide small business grants of up to $25,000. So there is going to be an RFP coming up for organizations interested in deploying these grants. So we are, my understanding is coming up tomorrow. I do feel like it could be complementary also with the rebuilding fund. But it is definitely something that we are tracking. We want to make sure that all of you are aware that it's coming, and we'll be able to offer more information as we receive it, as usually. So we'll keep you updated as soon as we have more information about that. And I think that's
Susan Lamping added into chat that it will most likely launch at the end of January. Susan's got intel.
Yeah. Thank you, Susan. So yeah, definitely it is, if you're just getting the RFP. So that is one of the things, is that the grants are not going to be ready for small businesses immediately. It's just going through the process to figure out how the deployment of those funds are going to be. So thank you, Susan, for that. And okay, Heidi, and next slide. I think that's all I have for that slide. And I think I'll just close with that. I'll just again thank you so much for joining us today. I'll be in the call, but I'll turn it over to Emily to work on the to kind of go around for the introductions. So Emily.
Thank you so much, Carolina. Hi, everyone. I know a few of you, but others I don't know. So I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Emily Gasner. I'm the VP of Strategic Initiatives and Operations at Cameo. I actually have a background in microlending, having led an organization for about 20 years in San Francisco, Bay Area called Working Solutions, which I also serve on the board for. So I'm going to be walking us through. We're going to be taking a few minutes just to share about ourselves and introduce ourselves. And Heidi's put in the chat the things that we're going to go around, and each person can very briefly, if you could, just give your name, organization, and your role at your organization, and what are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to for 2021? And those questions, like I just said, are in the chat box. So let's see. Kristen, would you like to go first? Kristen Johnson?
Sure. Hi,
Thank you.
Kristen Johnson, and I'm the director for the Northern California Small Business Development Center program with 18 centers covering 36 counties of Northern California. And what I'm thankful for is my family and the fact that we're still talking to each other even after living under one roof, and two of us working and one of us going to school all day for the last year. And what I'm looking forward to next year is just a fresh start. And I'm hoping that we really can get past the COVID situation, and it'll never be the same, but just get back to a little bit more of a semblance of order and normalcy.
Thank you, Kristen. Karima, would you like to go next, please?
Yeah, sure.
Correct me if I mispronounced your name.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, my name is Karima. It's my first day at TMCCC.
Oh, great.
I'm the community outreach intern. I am thankful for, thank you. I am thankful for, one, having this internship and being able to work in my last semester of college and to gain this experience. And I'm looking forward to graduating in 2021 and getting a job and seeing where life takes me.
Great. Where are you in school?
I'm in the Mills College Low-Key graduate program.
Fantastic. Yay.
Yeah.
Great to meet you and welcome to the group.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Happy to be here.
Robert.
Yeah, I think I'm the only Robert. Sometimes that messes us up.
I was gonna say, it looks like you were the only one.
My name is Robert Gernert, and I work with the Economic Development and Financing Corporation in Mendocino and Lake County up here in rural North. I'm the lending manager for the organization, and I'm thankful as well for family. And as much as my kids are probably not thankful for their dad being home all day long, they keep me going every day, 3 of them in school and working under the same roof. It's amazing. This house has not burnt down yet, but we are absolutely, I'm thankful for their company. It'd be a lonely place without them. And looking forward to 2021, some sort of normalcy again. And I bought plane tickets recently to go to Hawaii in summer in a move of faith. So we're looking for a family vacation next year and looking forward to it. We have goals to get to.
I can relate. Okay. Oh, I may be frozen. Sorry.
We can hear you.
Hannah,
I can
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Can Hannah go next, please?
Hi, Emily. Hi, everyone. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces, and I'm looking forward to getting to know better those that I don't know. I am the program director for TMC Community Capital. We're super excited to have Karima join us as our community outreach and really help build our relationships with all of our partners. We serve statewide, and so it's going to take a while to build partners statewide, but we're really looking forward to that. And I'm thankful for, despite the challenges of this year, it's also provided some flexibility. And my husband and I are in a 1-bedroom small apartment, but we've been able to spend time with both my husband's family and my family, kind of extended stays, which is something we wouldn't normally get to do very much of. So we've been enjoying that family time.
Thank
and
you.
as far as this coming year, this year, 2020 has been actually a huge year of growth. We've started a lot of programs and been working with a lot of small businesses. And so I'm just really excited to take that growth into this next year.
Excellent. Thank you. Renee, would you like to share?
Yes. Hi, my name is Renee Gatrue. Good to see everybody here today. And I work with the Women's Business Center at Jedi in Mount Shasta, California. And used to be we were in Siskiyou County, then we were in 4 counties regionally, and now we're seeing people even from the East Coast the other day, due to the internet, of course. And my role is consultant and trainer related to credit building, personal financial skills, and reaching financial goals, and micro business startup and expansion. And I am thankful for the resilience I see in our community and people's courage and their willingness to adapt and their creativity. It's amazing. And I am looking forward to opportunities coming up this year where I'll be offering some training on credit building and personal financial skills building. So
Thank you. Thanks, Renee. Nice to meet you. Lola.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. So my name's Lola Quasabarth. I work with California FarmLink, and I'm based in Sacramento, but I serve the Central Valley and the foothills. So that's basically the entire state from Fresno north, except the coast. So northern rural California is part of my region. And I actually work on land access and land tenure work. So I'm doing a lot of like lease negotiations for farmers and stuff like that. But I will be talking a little bit about our loan program today for everybody. And I'm thankful for, I guess, to echo Renee a little bit, in all of the lease negotiations I've been doing, just seeing that people are figuring out like beautiful ways to adapt, and like sitting with the challenges and just figuring out how to face them and move with them. That's just been really a gift to get to interact with. And looking forward to hopefully having a vaccine and being able to hug my mom and hug my nieces and nephew again. That's just like really exciting. Hopefully 2021. Thanks.
I definitely agree. Susan Brown, that is. Sorry, Susan Lamping. I'm going through based on what I see on my screen.
That's great. Hi, everybody. I'm Susan Brown. I work at Cameo doing capacity building and training. And I am grateful this year to be able to still offer services, at least, you know, even though we can't meet in person. It's been we've actually expanded our services, and I feel like I'm working with and meeting more people than I have historically. So I'm grateful for that. And in addition to a vaccine, next year, I'm looking forward to a federal government that maybe is much more proactive around economic relief and pandemic intervention. So
Thanks. Thank you. Kyle, could you go next, please?
Hi. I'm Kyle.
Hi.
I work with the Small Business Development Center with Kristen. And let's see, what am I grateful for? This is gonna sound kind of cheesy, but I'm actually really grateful for Cameo and all the great trainings that you've provided and got me up to speed so that I can do good at my job. Because there's a lot going on right now, and you know, we all know that we have business owners calling us who are really nervous and stressed out, and it's really awesome to have these trainings that you guys provide. Like, super grateful for that. Grateful for Susan, grateful for all of you. And it is also going to sound kind of cheesy, but one of the things I'm looking forward to, since I'm kind of new to this group and new to Cameo, are those trainings that you provide around CDFIs and kind of how they form, how they get started, how they create their lending policy, all that stuff really blows my mind. I'm really grateful to be in this position and work for an organization that gives me kind of the freedom to go out and find opportunity and then really grow those opportunities and see those kind of blossom in the community. I'm really excited this year to get to work in those areas. I work in Santa Cruz, San Mateo, and Sacramento and surrounding areas. And I'm just really excited to be a part of the loan programs that are happening in those regions. And Lola, great to meet you. One of the places that I'm going to be working is Half Moon Bay and kind of the coastal region, and there's a lot of agriculture happening there. So I'm just real curious to know how I can get in there and help the farmers out. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks for those kind words, Kyle. And for everybody, if they're, keep in mind now or at any point next year, if there's a particular training you really think that yourself or others would benefit from, please let any of us know at Cameo, and we'll make sure that we can do as best as we can to provide it. Susan Lampine.
Hey, everybody. Susan Lamping. I'm with CDC Small Business Finance. I'm the Vice President of Sales, so I manage our sales team, our fabulous team. I'm thankful for so much. I mean, honestly, I'm thankful that I have a job where I can work in the safety of my home, right? Like, we're not on the front lines. We're not exposed to anything. We're very safe. We're getting our paycheck. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm thankful for my health, for my family, for my friends. Yeah, just for everything I have in my life. That's so much. I think what I'm looking forward to is kind of like what someone else said, like hugging everyone. I have a big group of people that love to go camping and hiking and have parties, and we're very like demonstrative, and I never get to hug them anymore or see them. So I'm just so excited the first time we get to have a party and everybody's going to hug each other. It's going to be so fun. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Thank you. Nancy.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to start with the fact that I'm a Cameo board member.
Yay.
Pleased to be one. Third time around. So many of you could consider taking my slot from this section representing the rural north. Think about it if you'd like it, because my term ends soon. But I love Cameo, and I love how Cameo has stepped up to the plate in this last 9 months. So I'm really proud to be part of that team. I'm also the founding director, along with 2 other people on this call, Renee and Susan, of the Jefferson Economic Development Institute. And we are a community economic development nonprofit organization serving far Northern California and beyond. We run a women's business center, a VITA tax preparation program, and a season-free, no COVID transmission farmers market. We were so proud of that. Our season's over now, though. So we do a lot of different things up here to help businesses start, grow, thrive, get to market, things like that. My role is chief cook and bottle washer. I do a lot of raising the money and reporting. And we have a strong team of about 9 consultants and 9 business consultants, and then 4 other contractors. And we have offices in Mount Shasta and in Redding.
And what are you thankful for?
Yeah, I am thankful that the vice president-elect looks like my daughters. I'm really proud for that. And in 2021, in addition to all the hugging that we're all going to be doing, I'm really looking forward to continuing to be inspired by our brave small business owners, because for those who find a way forward in excruciatingly painful times, I mean, I learn something from every conversation I'm having as I'm talking to people, and they're looking to me for help, and I get from them inspiration to remember to persevere and look for the good. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2021.
Thanks so much, Nancy.
Yeah.
Luis.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Luis Moreno. I work at 3Core here in Chico. I am a program manager overseeing business services. I have 20 plus years in workforce development and came to 3Core in July of this year. So I'm fairly new. I'm very new to this group, but I'm fairly new to 3Core as well. I would say I'm thankful for, of course, like everybody else, my family and my friends have all been healthy. But I think especially everybody that has kids will understand that time flies. And I have a junior and a freshman in high school right now. And the time that we've been able to spend together because of all this is something that we would never have done if things weren't shut down. They may disagree with me, but I'm sure they'll appreciate it one day that we've been able to spend so much time together. And what I'm looking forward to is, like everybody else, a COVID-free world. But what I do here is try to provide a lot of services to businesses and connect them to the resources that they need. And what I'm looking forward to is the coming year to be able to develop different programs because as what I heard from the governor today, we're only a matter of days before we're in shutdown mode again. And that's going to bring a whole different issues that are going to come out. I work with businesses that say they barely made it through the first shutdown. This is gonna be devastating. So developing programs to help them is something I'm really looking forward to.
Thank you. And Cecilia, would you please go next?
Hi, everyone. I'm Cecilia Zamora. I'm president of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Marin. Do most of my work in Marin County, just north of San Francisco, but also am part of several collaboratives and public-private partnerships working on this whole, how do we keep the business community and the economic recovery going in our community and in the North Bay. So that's my work. I'm very much interested in the entire business economic development area. So I'm interested in the work that you're doing and I'm glad to learn more about it and to get connected. But I'm also very interested and focused on the Latino community and the barriers that the Latino business owners, especially small business owners, are having that are over and above whatever the money part of it. Digital literacy and access to funding is obviously an area that we're trying to get together. Anyway, I'm thankful for health. I think health is something to be thankful for. My husband and I are just the two of us, so I send him out and I stay in, which is kind of creepy. And we have also put together a November Hawaiian vacation yesterday. We booked it, so I'm giving myself a little more time. So, but happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cecilia. Let's see, Myra, please.
And Emily, if I might say before, I'm sorry, Myra. Cecilia, I was so glad to have now the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce as part of our network. So it's really great to have you here. Just wanted to say that.
Definitely. All right. Myra, did we lose Myra? Oh no, there, I see you now. Okay.
Yes, my name is Myra Contreras. I'm with Opportunity Fund. We're a CDFI based out of San Jose. I recognize some faces here. I'm thankful for my family, friends, for you all, for Cameo, for having this network, right, for our small business owners who are struggling right now. They need the help. So I'm thankful that we can all get together and create this ecosystem for them. As far as 2021 goes, I can't wait to meet you all in person. I miss the gatherings. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Adria. Hello, how are you?
Good to see you all. Hi there. I hope you're all holding up well. My name is Adria Moss, and I'm the Director of Lending at Pacific Community Ventures. We're a CDFI located in Oakland, and we serve the state with our lending program and nationally with our free business advising program. This year, I'm thankful for so many things, but particularly right now, you mentioned the California Rebuilding Fund, and I'm thankful for my team. We are currently working through 940 applications. We have funded several and plan to do more in the next couple of days, but it's just been overwhelming, and seeing the need that it's really there and that we're doing a good thing. I'm just really thankful to be a part of this process next year in 2021. Again, thankful for so many things, but really the small business community is so important and near and dear to my heart. So I'm looking forward to being out in the community and seeing folks and being with you all.
Great, thanks, and congrats on and having some successes already with the California Rebuilding Fund.
Thank you.
William Wallace.
Hi, my name is William Wallace. I'm with Superior California Economic Development. My role is as an economic resiliency coordinator, and we work on a little bit different from the loan program that SCED offers. We work on some of the other special projects like the comprehensive economic development strategies. One of the things, so what I'm thankful for this year is that I was able to have this opportunity to work with Superior California Economic Development right out of college when I graduated earlier this year. And I'm looking forward to, in 2021, hopefully being able to go back and have an in-person graduation.
Congrats on your graduation.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting. That's a big accomplishment. Erin Rebel.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you all. And thanks for inviting us to this event. So I'm William's coworker, and I'm also with Superior California Economic Development. So as he said, we are not working in the loan section of the organization, but it's a very important process for all of the small businesses and for economic development. So we're here to get to meet you guys, see you face to face, and really learn a little bit more about how all this works. So I'm actually very grateful to be a part of SCED. I come from a background in biology, and I feel like this time with SCED has really helped me see the world through a different lens, through one that I've never really looked before. And I think that's going to make me much stronger at any of the future jobs that I take on. So I'm very grateful for them. And I'm very much looking forward to, like you guys said, the ability to meet up with my friends and family who are all in different states once this is all over. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Erin. Mary Ann.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Hello.
Hi. I'm Mary Ann Petrillo, and I'm CEO of West Business Development Center in Mendocino County. I have a role where I oversee technical assistance. We host the SBDC for Mendocino and also the Women's Business Center. I'm just so grateful that we have been able to build a team very quickly and very rapidly to help so many of our small businesses in Mendocino and Lake County. Ironically, what COVID has done in many ways is brought us closer together, even if it's only in a two-dimensional state. I don't think that had we not been having this technology enforced environment, we would see all of you together and we would be all together and we would be learning from each other so much. And I feel like I'm constantly learning from everybody on every Zoom call that I'm on. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for that. And I'm looking forward actually to 2021 because I think that all of us are looking for the right economic strategies for our region. And this kind of conversation helps, and having the state and the federal agencies as well as private sector, all of us are in this together and we're all trying to find the right solutions for our community. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay, thanks, Mary Ann. And I believe Jesse, one of our last ones here. Jesse, are you able to unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Great.
Yes, I'm sorry. That was like perfect timing in the dead zone. I'm sorry.
I totally understand. No problem.
Anyway, yeah, my name's Jesse Burnett, and I'm the Interim Executive Director for Economic Development and Finance Corporation, located in Mendocino County. And I'm thankful that I live in America. This is still the greatest place on earth. And as a First Nations person, I would say that goes double for me. So, what else are we sharing?
Oh, and what you're looking forward to for 2021?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to regular baseball someday and going to see the Giants again. So.
Okay, thank you. And I realized I need to share what I'm thankful for. I'm very thankful for my coworkers at Cameo and the board at Cameo and everyone that's, I feel like we've all been in overdrive just trying to bring the programming to everyone this year that's really timely in nature, but we also really enjoy each other. So that makes it fun while we're doing it. So that's great. And then what I'm looking forward to in 2021 is at some point my kids being able to go back in school in person. I don't know if it's that spring or maybe we're here in San Francisco, not till the fall. But at whatever point that is, it will be great to see them to be able to interact more with other children in more of a natural environment. So, and then Heidi and Carlene, I wanted to see if you wanted to share what you're thankful for and you're looking to 2021.
Carolina, you go first and then I'll take it from there.
Okay, well, I think I'm in agreement with pretty much everybody. I'm really grateful for the people around and the commitment to help. I think it's been, I'm grateful for the silver linings, let's say it like that. It's just, this has been such a hard moment for everybody, but it really has brought up that personal level, that commitment to help the other and that empathy against like about what is the small businesses and in general the communities that are living at this point. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work with so many amazing professionals committed to really get these small businesses to the other side through this pandemic. So I'm really grateful for being able to have this position and being part of Cameo and being part of this network and get to know you all. And I really like the idea that we have been able to connect more at the personal level, so that the meetings are not only about professional, but also we know about kids, we know about pets, we know about the struggles that we are constantly working on. And I think that's what really builds relationships. And that I'm really grateful for. And again, I agree with all of you, and especially today, I've had one of those days that it is hard when everybody's working from home and studying and the kids. I'm really looking forward to, especially kids, to be back to school and being able to share with their friends and being able to just meet in person again. I'm really missing that in-person connection and just being able to see and talk and hug again. So, but I'm really excited. I'm really optimistic about 2021. Maybe a little too much, but we have to be optimistic to really get through what everybody's living right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Carolina. I just want to, I got misty eyed along the way. So it's weird. It's funny that I have to go last. It's a good thing I gotta accept compose myself again. I guess what I'm grateful for is I'll say on the personal note, is we adopted a dog during COVID. His name is Mako. He's adopted in May COVID, you get it? And guess what? He's a shark. He is a shark. He was a street dog, shelter dog, and has been a little bit difficult. And so I'm grateful that I think we're finally over that hump. thanks to Susan, we got a good trainer, and hopefully we're over that hump with him, and he can be our little love muffin, whatever you want to call him. And then I also am thankful for the silver lining about, I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people, but that small business is finally getting its due. My gosh, they're finally getting its due. Put aside all the corruption that happened with the PPP program that you might have seen. Reuters came out with a study piece today, but you know, people really understand the importance of small business. So remember, just a little note, I've been at Cameo almost 10 years. In the beginning, when Obama came into office, he formed this, you know, jobs, you know, economic advisor thing for small business, and everybody was going after you know, the new tech startup and what have you. And Steve Case from AOL was on that call. And more recently, after this COVID thing, it kind of dawned on him when I'm guessing, you know, when some of his local coffee shops were closing, or his local businesses, or his favorite restaurant, or whatever. But one of Berkeley's, I just read one of Berkeley's famous pubs just is going to close. It's been open for 50, 60 years. You know, when these businesses go away, it's really losing the heart and soul of your community. So he came out and is supporting this. I think that true small businesses, you know, not the 500 that is legally of the SBA, but true small businesses are finally getting their due. So I'm sort of grateful for that. And that kind of shows that, I mean, we've never seen an investment from the state like we've seen this year. So, I mean, $500 million for grants for small businesses, that's huge. So I know we're all anxiously awaiting what that's going to look like. But so that's what I'm grateful for. And then my mom and sister and niece live in Florida, and I haven't seen them in almost a year, and I'm looking forward to hugging them too. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to most. I really miss them. With that, okay, there goes my composure again. So we're going to call on the lenders. I'm not going to share my screen. I had a couple more slides. Instead, what I'd like to ask the lender do, and I'm going to start with you, Susan, so you can start typing, is introduce themselves, put their contact information and their organization into chat, and give them about 5 minutes. So only one, or Adria, you're the only one with slides, so I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want me to share your slides or not. Basically, give us an idea of who your target client is, what your main criteria is. I am going to set a timer. We're going to try and keep these to under 5 minutes. And then I'm going to send all the lenders to breakout rooms and pair them with a TA provider. And we'll do 3 rounds of that so you can meet 3 lenders. And I'm going to start first with the lenders, because this was the request. So, and that's sort of the immediate need with the lenders who are involved in the California Rebuilding Fund on a statewide level. So that's CDC, Opportunity Fund, and PCV. And then Lola from California Farmland Link, Robert or Jesse from EDFC can tell us a little bit about their loan program. And I'm not sure if Ryan was going to come on or not, or William, if you and Aaron can talk about your loan program, but if you do, great, awesome. If not, then we'll just move on to TMCC. So I kind of went I was lazy and kind of went alphabetical order. So let's start with Susan. Susan, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and if you do need to share your screen, or you're just going to talk, or
yeah, you're talking Susan Lamping, right?
Susan Lamping from CDC.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I don't need to share my screen. Yeah, so hello everyone, super excited to be here and meet so many new people, so that's awesome. I actually have a loan officer that was supposed to be on the call, and he couldn't make it because of an emergency at his son's school, so I really apologize, but I will follow up and introduce you all to him. His name is Joe Solis. But anyways, so I'm based in San Diego. go. I'm the manager of the sales team that's all over California. And so we offer a variety of different programs. We're a community advantage lender. So we offer loans up to $250,000 under the community advantage loan program. We're also a CDFI. And our target market under our CDFI program is businesses owned by African American or Hispanic business owners, or businesses located in low to moderate income areas. And I can follow this up with some collateral pieces so you have sort of written information on all of our programs. So I'm happy to do that. And then we're also an SBA micro lender where we offer up to $50,000 under that program. And you know, in the end, it kind of doesn't matter what the program is. The end product is money, right? And the business just needs money. And so we figure out what product is going to be best for the client and fit them into that product. We also offer various programs, you know, that come out, like we're a California Rebuilding Fund lender. And so that program is offered up to $100,000 at 4.25%. So it's a very attractive loan. I think there's only 3 statewide lenders that offer that. And I think PCB, I think you guys are one of the statewide lenders. So, so if you are, you know, in some of these rural areas, you might not have a lender that's offering the California Rebuilding Fund. So certainly one of us, you know, can help your customers out. I don't know what to say. I've been doing this for a long time, like 25 years or something like that. I've been at the CDC for going on 19 years. And, you know, we really try to think outside the box to do deals that make sense, right? We look at every deal on a case-by-case basis. We have a credit box, but we blow up the credit box, quite honestly. I mean, if the deal makes sense and we can get our head around it and there's a reasonable story and explanation as to whatever's going on in, you know, in their situation, then we'll do the deal. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hesitate to tell you our credit box because then it puts us in this box where, you know, maybe we would do a deal that is outside of that box. But pre-COVID, we were looking for a credit score of about 620. Post-COVID, we're looking for a credit score of about 680, plus or minus a little bit, just to mitigate our risk and lend to folks that are a little bit stronger. We do have a recovery microloan as well, where we offer up to $50,000 at 5%. So that's a nice, attractive program. You know, these recovery loans are really designed for businesses that have genuinely been hit by COVID. Even the California Rebuilding Loan is designed for businesses that have been hit by COVID, not for businesses that just want a good deal. So they have to really demonstrate that they've, you know, that they have been affected. Yeah. I'm happy to answer questions, or did you want to hold questions for the end?
If there's any clarifying questions, if anybody has a quick question, then they can ask Susan. If not, we'll go on to Myra. Anybody? So does anybody have a quick question for Susan? So I heard all loan sizes up to 250, some good rates, but you have to, you have to have been hurt by COVID, not looking for a good deal. That really was an interesting point, I thought. Hearing none. Mayra, you want to take the stage?
Sure, thank you. Mayra Contreras, once again, Community Development Officer with Opportunity Fund. I've been with Opportunity Fund for over 4 years now. I cover Northern California, Central Valley. And right now, like Susan mentioned, we are also a statewide participant of the California Rebuilding Fund. We are start lending, of course, our regular loan products. We're lending from $2,600 up to $100,000 right now. This is for a standard loan product. We usually lend up to $250,000. Keeping that in mind, our average loan size is about $14,000 as an organization. So we lend to clients or small business owners that don't qualify through a traditional bank or an SBA product due to limited documentation, credit score, no credit, bad credit, or if they don't have a social security number. So we can also lend to ITIN holders as long as they have a valid form of ID. We don't focus so much on the credit score. We did mention, or we do have a credit cutoff, it's 580. So it's a lot lower than a bank, but we look more at the history versus the actual FICO score. So that's our standard loan program. Like I mentioned, 2,600 up to 100,000 right now. During COVID, our terms range up to 5 years. Limited documentation, we only ask for like 1 year tax return, 3 last bank statements. We do want to see 1 year in business. We don't do startup loans. We want to see at least 1 year generating revenue. We also have a mobile food truck program. We're pretty popular. We're one of the, I would say, California's largest mobile food truck lenders. For that, we can do startups as long as the business owners, as long as the client has experience in the food industry, whether it's selling from their home, catering, restaurant industry. We can assist them with a mobile food truck loan. We have manufacturers throughout the state of California that make these trailers, food trucks and trailers that we work with, and they've been verified, and they're trusted. And that's throughout the state. We also have a transportation program. So this is for your big rigs, 18-wheelers, trailers. And we can also do startups as long as they've been driving for at least a year, and they, maybe they want to become owner operator or get a second truck. As far as the California rebuilding goes, I'm sorry I didn't mention the loan amounts. For mobile food trucks, we can lend up to 100,000, and for transportation, for trucking loans, we can do up to 150,000. California rebuilding, we are lending from 5 to 100,000, and no fees. We just want to let the TA providers know that if we email the client, we're seeing that once we email the client, sometimes the client isn't contacting us or clicking on our link to actually submit an application, which is part of the process. They're being matched, but they're not, following through with the process. It's to stress that, they will be receiving an email from us to go ahead and submit the actual loan application. Let's see, what else? We serve 87% of our clients are minority-owned businesses, and 73% are low to moderate income households. And of course, we do a lot of advocacy work with in state and nation. We're one of the original Small Business Bill of Rights signers.
Excellent. A couple questions in the chat. And Nancy's asking, can you also fund a mobile salon truck?
Mobile salon truck. I can find out for you. That's an interesting one. I know we've had some where it's like mobile flower shop.
Okay.
Mobile salon. Maybe
you heard the idea here. It's a really good
that's
one.
Yeah, right. And then also Susan wants to know if I'll send out a roster of today's attendees. I'm happy to do so. I see some of you have posted your emails and stuff into chat. If you do not want it sent out, just go ahead and send me an email and I won't send your contact information. But that's sort of the point of all of this, right? Is that we all connect. So you will, Nancy, you will get a chance to talk to Mayra if you want more specifically about some of the clients and some of the things you're seeing. So if does anybody have a clarifying question or not for Adrian? Adrian, do you want to share your slides or do you want me to?
I think we need the slides.
Okay, let's not have the slides. I'll send them out because I think they have some information on them. So I'll make sure I send them out after. This probably won't happen until Monday, but with the follow-up. So great.
Okay,
Go for it, all
fantastic.
you.
Thank you so much again for having me. Again, my name is Adria Moss, and I'm the Director of Lending at PCV. Pacific Community Ventures is a mission-driven CDFI, and we've been around for 21 years now. We are located in Oakland, but serve the state of California. For our lending, we provide capital in the amounts of $10,000 to $200,000. And those are for existing businesses, meaning that similar to Opportunity Fund, we like to see some revenues over the past 12 months. We have been flexible, but that's kind of our guideline. We are offering interest rates between 4.25% and historically we've gone up to about 13%, but right now all of our loans are at 4.25%, and that's with our disaster relief lending as well as the California Rebuilding Fund. With the California Rebuilding Fund, I think you all know the process, but a small business owner will go in and tell the requirements and they'll be matched with a CDFI that matches their needs the best. So it's a really great program to be introduced to CDFIs across the state, but we are a statewide lender in that program. And again, we've done loans and seen it be successful thus far. There is a small pool of money right now that we're offering at 3%, but the entire fund as a general is offering at 4.25%. No closing fees on that as well. So that's another positive thing to note for your clients. In addition to the actual funds that we offer, I should say we don't have a credit minimum. We've done loans to people who have really bad credit, to recent immigrants with no credit, so we don't have a minimum. For the California Rebuilding Fund, it's $550, but we haven't seen that be too much of an issue right now. PCV also offers free business advising, and that's a nationwide program. So we have pro bono volunteers who offer their time for free so they could work with some of your clients or with you specifically on specific projects. So we have over 1,000 nationwide that offer their time for free to businesses located throughout the nation. So they don't have to be in California and they do not have to have a loan to offer those services. It works similar to like a Match.com. The small business owner will go in and fill out what they're looking for. The small business advisor will tell us what skills they have to offer, and then they meet offline. As we all know, access to capital is huge, but also access to knowledge networks is really big too. So we're working with you all to serve those small businesses. Let's see, what else? We are very intentional in the loans that we make. Historically, about 2/3 of our loans have gone to people of color and 60% have gone to women. This year, we're actually at 90% people of color and still over 60% women. So we're really trying to serve the communities that have been historically disadvantaged. We also historically have lent to 90 to 95% located in or hiring from low to moderate income areas. So really proud of that, really excited to be working in the communities. And we really try to get to know all of the businesses that we work with. With the volume we're doing now, it's getting a little bit more difficult, but historically we're hopping on the phone, talking to everybody, learning their stories, learning their dreams, and really seeing what they need and how we can help. Right now, we're still doing the best we can at that, but making sure also that they're all paired with advisors.
That's an incredible statistic, Adria.
Thank you.
So thank you. Okay. So those three lenders are statewide lenders and are part of the, I think also 3Corp. Lewis, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the California Rebuilding Fund. Is that right? So that's the other lender in your area, but Lewis is on the business side. Lewis, do you know what counties you serve as for the Rebuilding Fund?
Yeah, we serve Butte, Tehama, and Glenn counties here in Northern California.
Okay, so probably not none of the, I don't probably, maybe somebody has a client there, who knows, but if you're in one of those three counties, you might get matched with 3Corp. If any of the other lenders are interested in participating, and I think Carolina mentioned this earlier, in the California Rebuilding Fund on the second round, you get in touch with her. We're working on bringing more lenders in when there's a second facility, but the first facility was kind of set up. So now we're going to move on to the other lenders who are on the call and just say hello and have a few minutes. Lola's not really the loan specialist, but she can tell us a little bit about California Farm Link's loan program. And we're not going to send Lola into a breakout room. We're going to have her meet some of the other people so she can kind of meet some of the other people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, great. That sounds great. This is my first Cameo meeting, so that'll be really nice to get to mingle with everybody. Right. So my name's Lola. I work with California Farm Link. We are also statewide. The organization is based in Santa Cruz, but I'm up in Sacramento serving the Central Valley and Foothills. So as Heidi mentioned, I am not on the loan team. I sort of got signed up to this a little bit last minute. So I'm going to do a broad overview, and any more detailed questions, I'll probably call in the loan team and get back to you on those. So we are also a community development financial institution. We've been around for 20 years, and we serve small and mid-sized farmers specifically. Our goal is to work with underserved farmers, so mostly women, people of color, immigrants. We can also lend to ITIN holders. I would say are a really good, if you have farmers coming to your door, we are a really good first stop for lending. Our loan team, we have a really easy loan inquiry page that people can go to on our website and just fill it out, and it goes to our loan team. And they are really wonderful about sort of assessing where the farmer's at, what their needs are. And if we are not the right lender, then sending them in the right direction. So I think we're a really good organization for that sort of service. We do not really do startup loans. We occasionally will, depending on the experience of the farmer, but we're mostly doing people that have at least a couple of years of farming experience, at least, and ideally a couple of years running the business that they're trying to lend for. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes a little bit. We do loans from $2,500 up to $1.4 million because we do land loans. So anything above $50,000 is going to be FSA guaranteed. So we can do sizable loans for land purchases, but we can also do operating loans or equipment loans. So sort of any of the variety of types of lending that farmers would be looking for. We can do a lot of those things, but we're generally working with those smaller scale farmers. Yeah, our loan team is really wonderful. They are really just trying to figure out what's best for the farmer. And I actually have a farming background and a small business owning background. And the way I first heard about FarmLink was as someone who was considering borrowing, and they ended up actually sending me over to the FSA because that was going to make more sense for my business. So they sort of just have this ethos of being very farmer centric and very just focused on helping the farmer figure out what's going to work best for their business. So I can't recommend them enough. And then we do also, so more of what I work on is the land access side of things, and then also the business technical assistance side of things. So we have a really great, we're calling it the Business Resilience Intensive program. So that's like a 5-week program that farmers go through to learn about bookkeeping and taxes and regulations and all that kind of stuff. So we do offer a bunch of one-on-one technical assistance and then technical assistance programs for farmers. I'm seeing a question. Would you do a land loan to a nonprofit? Doing animal rescue. So that's actually a great question. The parameters are production farming. So we don't work in timber. That's sort of, we don't work in timber. We don't work in horses. It's sort of production farming. Animal rescue would fall outside of that mission. So we actually couldn't do something like that. There has to be revenue from a farm business and from farm products. So it's pretty specific who we serve. But definitely we get those kinds of inquiries. So if there was a question, if somebody came to you and there was a question, you could definitely send them to us, and our loan team would be like, oh no, but you should talk to this organization. So yeah, we can definitely field those kinds of inquiries.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add, Lila? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
No, I think that's it. Yeah, like I said, any questions I can answer, but I'm not super deep in the loan work. So, I do want to mention we're also doing up to $20,000 emergency loans due to COVID. There's no loan fee and it's 0% interest. There's a 2-year term that's with the option to be restructured at the end of that 2 years. So we can do.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we can do emergency funds, and we did a ton of PPP funds for farmers. So
Great.
people who are needing assistance right now, we're definitely a good first stop for farmers.
Yeah, Cecilia has a quick question for Lola.
Hi, Lola. 3/4 of Marin County is rural agricultural, and I don't know what kind of resources they do have out there. Are you connected with anybody in Marin County, and are you the person that I should send Marin County business folks to? I mean, farmers and people who look after them?
So we actually have someone based in Petaluma. She serves the North Coast. Her name is Carrie McGrath, and she would be your point person for basically anyone. Her region is called the North Coast, so basically the coast above San Francisco. And she's actually the one who's been running that business resilience intensive. So she's a really good resource. She has a wonderful background in education. And
hold
also,
that. Maybe I'll pop you guys in a room together for in the breakout sessions, and you guys can continue that. Yeah.
Great.
So if everybody's cool, we'll get any quick clarifying questions for Lola and Robert. You want to tell us a little bit about EDFC?
Sure. So, like I said before, I'm the lending manager with the Economic Development and Financing Corporation. We cover Lake and Mendocino County and have recently received an EDA grant to start a revolving loan fund in Sonoma County. So we're working with their economic development board to do loans for Sonoma County as well. So we've done some growing, and we offer loans up to $250,000. And gosh, we'll do startup loans. We'll do refinance of debt. We've seen a lot of that. I would think over my first 12 months is businesses in really bad situation took on high interest, short terms, and need assistance in understanding their cash flow better and really getting healthy in the finances. So we've done that, and we have funds available from several different sources. We use USDA Rural Development, the EDA, and we have our CDFI funds. So we kind of match the clients with the appropriate fund source, depending on how much the ask is and where they're at. But we really have to be mindful of the target market for CDFIs being low to moderate income and underserved communities. So we've done well doing so, even given the fact that we're not really ethnically diverse in Mendocino County, but we have focused in on a lot of low income and women-owned business, and kept our lending activities in those targeted areas. So I think we've done really well at doing so. I don't know if there's anything much special about EDM.
Well, that's great. We will, people can go into more depth when we kind of do the round robin and just meet people on a one-on-one basis.
Sure.
And not least, and maybe we save the best for no, I'm just we have Hannah from TMC Community Capital. If I got that right.
Thanks, Heidi. Yes, TMC Community Capital. So just quick history. We were founded by Barbara Morrison, who founded TMC Financing back in the 80s. So she's been in this small business lending world forever. Many of you probably know her. And they do the 504 SBA commercial lending and had community advantage loans. And so we're really kind of adding that piece, the smaller loans that really help businesses get started. So we do $5,000 to $50,000, and we are able to serve the whole state of California. The mission is really to utilize the latest technology that's out there to provide a quick turnaround for funds. The trend is that a lot of small businesses are going to online lenders that are less transparent and have bigger price tags, but promise the money will be in your account the next day. And so we're really trying to combat that and provide a safe alternative. And so we do provide quick turnarounds for funding, but yet really focusing on the mission and making sure that it's the right fit for the business. So our target market is underserved businesses throughout California. So those would be low income, minority, and women-owned businesses. And just a plug for Susan, she's put together a cohort for our online platform, and we've been working with her. And so that's where we got some of the technology that we're using. So let's see, our terms are 2 to 5 years. We have our traditional microloan, which is really focused on growing businesses. And so that could be inventory, that could be hiring, it could be, adding an element to the business. It's been fun to see those businesses that are able to still grow during this COVID time. We've had, or pivot, I should say, some of our businesses. We had a mobile bartending business, which would obviously be pretty impacted by this situation, not being able to do events. But she was in the process of launching a line of rimming salts that she uses with her bartending. And we were able to give her a loan to really expand that business. And she's doing well. She's out of Rockland, so she is one of your Northern California businesses. We're super excited to support her. Let's see, so we have our traditional loan, but we're also very excited to announce that we've launched a recovery loan. And the difference with this one is that it's an even lower interest rate, and it starts with 6 to 12 months deferral. So the goal there being that businesses can really get back into that recovery mode of generating stronger revenue before they repay. And so we have both of those posted on our website. I'll also drop a file in the chat box that outlines our 2 microloan programs. And we also do some, supports around our businesses. We have links on our website to a free course. It's through Dream Builder, and it's English and Spanish. So there's one course on growing and starting your business, A to Z. There's 13 different courses there, and you can go at your own pace. We also have a special class that's particularly on financing your business, understanding types of capital. So anybody can access those free, send your clients there. We have been able to do a handful of grant programs throughout this last 9 months, which has been really exciting. We did a grant program this summer where we gave grants to 184 small businesses, and 89% of those businesses were minority owned and 66 were women owned. So really our target market. And we worked with the County of San Joaquin and gave out over 600 grants to businesses within that county. We're launching another grant program on the 14th of this month, which is for LA County. So lots of exciting programs. So recommend signing up for our newsletter, and we're always blasting out what's happening, the latest programs. And I will just plop that one pager on our loan programs in the chat box.
Great.
So-
And I'll download it and send it around also to everybody at the follow-up email. You know, it's interesting, Hannah, that you said, you know, you and PCV, you know, and NCDC, everybody wants to serve these communities. And you know, there's just a little fun fact about lending in California and micro lending in California is that, at least from the data we've been able to collect, we estimate, and it's kind of like a back of the envelope calculation, that we are serving less than 0.5% of the eligible borrowers out there. So there's plenty of market share out there for everybody, and there's plenty of need and plenty of demand. So just that's a little fun fact, and that I can't remember if that includes some of the bank lending under 100,000 or not, because they also do. Cameo members in the last, probably not this year, it's completely increased, but historically around 3,000, 3,500 loans under 50,000. And we kind of guesstimate banks maybe do about the same, and that's where I get that number. So it's pretty amazing. Great. Well, what we're going to do now is put you guys into one-on-one groups so you can actually talk to each other, meet each other. I'm going to put some questions, some topics of conversation that you can. I'm just going to put this into chat. That you can, you know, talk about, you know, where you see your clients struggling with getting capital, if there's something new in your org that the lender should know about, you know, ask these specific questions about clients that you have, where you might be looking to partner, whether it's the lender or the TA provider. And don't forget, I will do a roster, so if you don't exchange the contact info, that's fine. What I've done, if you guys can be patient, is I've pre-populated with the lenders, and some of them aren't here. So, and I think Aaron and William, I'm just gonna, I did pre-populate you in a breakout room. I'm gonna probably bring you back to the main room. So just go ahead and join the breakout room, and I'll bring you back. And then I'll pop you into a room with another person, so you can, you know, there's some networking time. I'll give you all. Did Hannah say they will do startups? We'll just do a quick. Hannah. Quick.
So unfortunately, we serve folks that have been in operation for at least a year.
Okay, so another year.
Great question.
Yeah. So I'll give you about, how about I give you approximately 8 minutes, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll do this a couple times so you can meet a couple of the lenders. So the lenders are going to go into their rooms. I think we're going to have, let's see, we'll have, it looks like we'll have 4 rooms of lenders. And so then I'll kind of pair you all up so you can meet some of the other people. So TA providers, hang on, and I also, if there's somebody that you're dying to talk to, like another TA provider, then let's see, then I will, I created a couple other rooms too. For some reason, some of these didn't pre-assign. So anyway, I'm going to open the rooms, and everybody just be patient for a second. And it looks like it might take a little shuffling around. So hold on. All right. So I am going to put Hannah to your room. And Myra, I'm guessing you might have logged in with a different email. All right, so I've got the, Celia, I'm gonna assign you to CDC. Is that okay? There you go.